Hey y'all, welcome back to my page. If you're new here, my name is Sam. I got 3 kids and I'm trying to get us out the hood. All right, listen, before we even start, y'all gonna notice there's no sound on this video. That's because I had my camera on the wrong damn setting, and then towards the end I did film on my phone, but I cut that sound out too. So what that means is y'all just gonna have to listen to me talk for the next 20 minutes, which honestly works for me because I don't have to rush through this like I do in my shorts. I can slow down, breathe, and actually give y'all some insight into the circus that is my family. So let me tell y'all how I got bamboozled inside Ulta. First of all, I walk in there overstimulated as hell. Forgot every single brand we were supposed to be mad at. Saw the sparkly colors. Lost all my morals. So we did pick up some Juvia's place like a fish on the hook. Y'all just gonna have to judge me later, okay? Meanwhile, my daughter Jasmine, baby, she was already in her bag. She picked up a Morphe palette first and slid it right in her little shopping bag like she had a plan. We get up to the Juvia's place section and she sees this big ass palette that we need a forklift to get up. So she gives me those eyes like, Mama, this the one. So I said, okay, we'll get this one, but you got to put the Morphe bag. Fast forward, we get home and we're pulling products out on camera. Guess what she pulls out? The Morphe palette. I said, hold up, wait a minute. Now I told you to put this back. And then me and her just sat there and had a whole stare off on camera. I'm holding the palette like it's evidence in the trial, and she looking at me all nervous like she knew she had scammed me. That's how I knew that was no accident. She did that shit on purpose. Broad daylight robbery, y'all. But it's okay. We was in there for her mostly anyway, so it is what it is, and we had a good time. So anyways, now that y'all know I got played in Ulta by my own child, let's get into these family dynamics. Y'all are stuck with me for 20 minutes, so we might as well unpack some real life stuff while we look at this makeup, okay? That's her Juvia's Place palette. Ain't it so pretty? And then she kept saying, oh, I want Ariana Grande perfume. I want Ariana Grande perfume. I really feel like she only wanted this perfume because of the packaging, which is what I was telling her. Hey, I wish I hadn't filmed in the wrong mode. But anyways, I feel like she only wanted this because of the packaging. And it was, it was given. Ariana did her thing with that. It's very girly. Ooh, look at it. It's so pretty. And it smelled good too. It did smell good. I just don't think it's her cup of tea. I really don't. Like, Jasmine is a flowery, very, very floral, very, very girly girl when it comes to perfume. Now, here's that Morphe palette. Yeah, I was upset. Anyways, so my oldest is Noah. He's 16, and he has what they call oppositional defiance disorder. That's the professional way of saying his ass don't listen to nothing. And sometimes I feel like I got to stick my head in the sand, because if I don't, I'm going to end up hurting my son. And, that was me telling her she wasn't getting that Morphe palette. But anyways, I don't want to do that. But this boy is testing me. Example, I could not figure out why my washcloths kept coming up black and kept getting missing. Like, why was we running through washcloths? Especially the white ones. Why was we running through them so fast? Like, okay, sometimes I could tell he actually washed his ass with them, because if you have a teenage boy, baby, that smell, okay? So I could tell, like, okay, this looked like this because he didn't wash his ass. He just didn't rinse it out. But other times I'm like, what the fuck is this? Y'all, why was this boy cleaning his motherfucking shoes with my washcloths? Not the rag under the sink, bitch. My bathroom washcloths that we put on our body. What? Then there's the grass situation. We got a sidewalk in front of the house that he could use to get in. But guess where he walks? Through the wet grass in the back, and tracks it all through the house, all through the downstairs, up the stairs, and in the bathroom. And I swear, I feel like he was stomping his shoes out on the rug just to piss me off, because it just would be so much dried up grass blades on the rugs I would have to clean up. And it's like, I just be sweeping and seething, because what is this? One morning, I come downstairs in the kitchen, and it's cereal every fucking where on the counter, floor, milk spots drying up. So I called Jasmine thinking she did it, because Stinky Man don't, first of all, if he gonna eat cereal and he ain't got nobody around to put it in a bowl or something for him, he just eat it straight out the box. He will literally tear that shit open, take that bag upstairs, tear it open, get the shit everywhere. But he ain't gonna sit in the kitchen and try to pour it. And he don't eat his cereal with milk. So I'm like, this had to be Jasmine. She come in, And I'm like, did you do this? And she was like, no, mommy, that wasn't me. That was Noel. And she was right. I couldn't believe that my 16-year-old, he finna be 17, mind y'all. He poured himself a bowl, spilled it everywhere, and just walked away. And when I asked him why, and baby, I was mad as hell. I said, why the fuck did you do this? And this boy just looked at me. He didn't say a word. He just cleaned it up. It's psychological warfare, y'all. Like, you cannot tell me any different. But here's the part I hold on to. He just got accepted into a program. Now, they do call this program a group home, but I don't really see it as that. I feel like it's more than that. It's just a structured program that it's going to give him some space away from the family, and we'll have some space away from him. And you know what's crazy? The younger two do try to protect him. Like, we was in a car earlier today, and Stinky Man, I asked, was Noel still sleeping in his room? And Jazz was like, Stinky Man said he went to his other mama's house. And I was like, he don't have another mommy. It's just me. And Stinky Man was like, you be mean to him, mom. He's not calling me mommy right now. I don't know why. I guess he got off YouTube. You be mean to him, mom. And then he leaves. So I be trying not to get so frustrated with him because that's their big brother. They don't care what I got going on. Mommy's not like that with us. Why is she being like that with him? So I be trying, y'all. But that boy be testing me. But anyways, the program, he'll live in a house with a maximum of up to 8 boys. He'll live there. Like, he'll go to school. There are levels to it. So when he gets there, it's really restrictive. He can't have a phone or nothing. But then once he gets out of the restrictive level, he'll be able to get a job. And after 2 paychecks, he can buy his own phone. And then, like, they open up a bank account for him and they monitor his spending and what he has to put in the savings. So he'll be up there 6 months to a year. Hopefully he'll stay a year, because they also have apartments that he can live in once he turns 18 for up to a year, fully furnished, no rent to pay. They just can't have overnight guests, and they can't, like, smoke in the house. And I think this will be really good for him. He'll be from up under me. And he'll learn some independence that I feel like I can't give him right now because so much is going on. Oh, yeah. Y'all, watch this. This was contour that she had put on, and we didn't even realize it until afterwards. Now, listen, we did shade match. I don't know if we accidentally switched foundations or not, but the foundation looks really dark on her. Y'all gonna see what she put on. It looks really dark on her, but it did not look like that when we was in the store. So I don't know what happened, y'all. We're gonna go back and try it again. What was I talking about? Oh, no. His nickname is Nunk. We just haven't called him that in a while because he ain't been acting like my Nunk or Nunk. He ain't been acting like my baby, so his name is Noel. And not Noah. It's not Noah. It's Noel. But I think it's gonna be good for us because if we don't get that if we don't get that distance, I'm scared of what I might do when I finally explode. And I love my son too much for that. And I don't want to make it all bad. My son is brilliant. He is a fucking genius. Like, I just wish he'd use his intellect for good, because he could be accomplishing so much right now. And it's hard for me not to feel like a failure. People tell you, oh, it's not your fault. He took his own path. But, you know, and I didn't introduce my son to any of the shit he's doing. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I'm a born ass person. I don't even be outside like that. I ain't never ran away from home. I don't do none of the wild shit. I don't even know what the hell my midlife crisis is going to look like, bitch, because I've had a born life. I wonder what it's gonna look like. I mean, I ain't finna be on no motherfucking drugs, and you know, baby, my whole phase was phasing, so I don't know what the fuck my midlife crisis would look like. You know, I mean, whatever. But it's hard not to feel guilty. Like, I must have missed something. My relationship really took a turn, and I just hope this distance is gonna do some good for us. I hope it makes him a better person, more independent. At the program, I told y'all he'll be able to have a job and, you know, buy his own clothes. And hopefully he can, you know, go and live in that apartment and learn the basics of, like, paying rent and, you know, well, he won't have to pay rent, but learn the basics of taking care of himself and cleaning up after himself. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. Like, who is my son going to be when he comes home? He'll do all this work and then be gone for 2 years. Who do I get back? Is he going to fall right back into this self-sabotaging behavior, or is he going to really get his life together? Y'all, I'm so resentful because that boy took away so much from me. 8th grade social, 8th grade graduation. Like, I'm never going to get to see him go to prom. And when I tell y'all, I was going to show the fuck out. That's my baby. And, like, I don't even get to do that. Am I wrong for feeling some type of way? Anyways, the program is about 6 hours away in some town I ain't never heard of. And I've been in North Carolina my whole life. But I'm excited for him. He's going to be 17 next month. And for those of y'all who don't know, Noel and Jasmine, they do have the same birthday. Two crazy ass Virgos. They are literally the boy and girl version of each other. And assholes, both of them. So yeah, my son is not all bad. He's very artistic. He shares a lot of qualities with his siblings. Intelligent as fuck, very articulate. When he's not smoking, he's a whole different child. Like I said, articulate, expressive, creative. He just has this mind for creativity that blows me. I just wish he'd use it for good. And it's hard to see other people posting their kids, straight A's, scholarships, proms, graduation. And I'm like, my son took that from me, you know? Like, that hurts. And I worry, is the resentment ever going to leave me? Like, even if he gives me a genuine apology and we get in the future and he's changed and we're doing better as mama and son, is that enough to wash away the mental health crises he's put me through? Because at the end of the day, you know, you gotta stop doing that. I can't lose my mind. My younger two need me. So it's complicated. It's not all bad, but it's not easy either. And I don't sugarcoat that. Now, my middle child, Jasmine, that's my artsy-fartsy kid. Out of nowhere, she just started drawing. Like, literally one day in second grade, she picked up a pencil and boom. It's like she unlocked something. Her teacher even mentioned it. Like, yeah, she just started doodling out of nowhere, but she's really good. And it's wild, y'all, because when you're raising kids with special needs, you see how different their minds work. Sometimes I wish I could just crawl in her brain and watch the neurons firing off. She is so sweet. Don't get me wrong. All my kids bully me, and Jasmine can be mean to me too. But at her core, she is a sweetheart. And she's creative as hell. She'll sit around here making squishies out of whatever she can find. One time my cousin was putting together some furniture. That's his legit business. He even on Thumbtack. He on Thumbtack. And Jasmine came in and saw the styrofoam on the floor. And she scooped it up and disappeared. And she came back like, here you go, mommy. And she had made a fucking miniature couch. Like, a whole couch out of styrofoam. And my cousin was like, yo, this is creative as fuck. And I was like, yep, that's her. She sees something. She makes something. Now, do I have to throw a lot of it away? Yes. This house is bursting at the seams with crafts, but it's still beautiful to see that kind of creativity flow out of her. And her love language is compliments and touch. Lord, that girl gonna touch you. She gonna rub your arm, play with your hair, pat your back. She is touchy-feely as hell, and she always has been, which was hard for me after I had my last baby, because I could not stand being touched. I hated it, but she didn't care. That's how she gives and receives love. Now, let me be clear. I don't want to glamorize raising special needs kids. This shit is overwhelming. There are so many resources you have to keep up with, and just trying to get disability for her has been a fight. They denied her the first time, and I was like, damn, she got a whole hole in her brain. She don't qualify? Okay, maybe I'm tripping. Try it again, denied again. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? But everybody told me keep applying and keep pushing. They just hope you give up, and that's the game. But I finally got connected to a resource who gave me some more steps. So I'm back at it. You know, closed mouths don't get fed, baby. And then there's the day-to-day, teaching her life skills over and over and over, watching her do it, thinking she's got it, then the next day it's gone. And I lose my cool sometimes, y'all. I yell. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this shit is all rainbows and unicorns. This shit get hard, all right? And some of my guilt about Noel comes from this too, because when I had Jasmine, she was born with this condition. Like, we knew before she got here what was going on. So naturally, a lot of my attention went to her, because they were just running test after test after test. Like, that was my first time like really having a nervous breakdown, and I had to call my mama, because I remember just crying like, she's just a baby. She didn't have to go through this. Like, it was bad. You know, but like my attention, you know, was going to her. And I used to like check myself like, okay, make sure you're not neglecting your oldest. I'll post all these pictures of her, but then I'll make sure to take pictures of him too. Like, y'all gonna see my oldest baby too. Like, I know what type of mom I am. I was present, but that doesn't erase the feelings. You know, it doesn't erase the guilt. So with Jasmine, it's this balance. I want her to be creative. I want her to be sweet. I want her to keep being the artsy fartsy little girl who builds couches out of trash. But I also want to set her up to be safe, because one day when I'm gone, I need her to be okay. I don't want her stumbling. I want her set up for greatness. I want her to make it to her 50s, 60s before, you know, she has to bury me, knowing I did everything I could to build a life for her that was secure. Okay. And then there's my youngest, Asir, aka Stanky Man. I don't say his real name on Facebook. It's a running joke, but I've said it several times on here and on Instagram, so that's okay. And that's my baby, but there's a lot of emotion packed up in there. I got pregnant with him in 2019 after I had just lost my job. His start in this world was rough. That labor was unlike anything I've been through before, and he came out hollering. I'm not talking about regular baby cries. I mean full on 0 to 100 screaming. My first two wasn't like that, so that that shit was a shock. Like, he cried while he was eating, cried while bathing, cried while being held, day and night, just hollering. And it was overwhelming. And looking back, I think that's when I first started noticing something might be different. And even before he was walking, I had these mama instincts like, okay, my baby might be autistic. And sure enough, later we get the diagnosis, he's level 1. Now, here's a good part. He's finally able to start ABA therapy. I'm so excited about that, y'all, because as much as I try, I don't have all the redirection skills. I don't always know how to guide him when he's having a hard time, and I want to do right by him. So knowing that he's about to get these services, bitch, they give me hope. It means support for him and also for me. So I'm not trying to figure it all out alone. And listen, my baby is brilliant. He'll just come out of nowhere with things that blow my mind. Like, out of nowhere, he'll ask if I need $60 to buy an airplane, or he'll say, "Mommy, you've been on the phone for 2 hours." And he right. Like, the way he grasps numbers, time, and vocabulary at just 5 years old, it amazes me. Fuck y'all. That shit amazed me. Now, let me say this too. I truly feel like I was chosen for him. Out of all the mamas in the world, he got me. And I don't think that's random, because I love in a deep way. Like, I'm only truly vulnerable with my children. He needed a mama like me, somebody who could give him that patience and that love, even when it gets overwhelming. And honestly, I needed a baby like him too. He pushes me, he teaches me, he makes me better. He is perfect for me just as he is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Again, meltdowns can still be hard, and they trigger the fuck out of me. And I have to check myself, because I don't want to fall back on the ways I was raised. I don't want to just be yelling and whooping. But that's why I'm grateful he's getting services, because with the right tools, we can both learn. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's tough, but it's also beautiful. I'm excited to see how he grows with this support. I'm happy my baby is getting what he needs. And I feel blessed, because I know we were matched on purpose. He's mine and I'm his. And then just this short amount of time that he's been here, he has changed me so much. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bitch, I told y'all in another video, that shit was hard. The resentment that I had when he was a baby, because it's like I was going through all of this shit and I'm trying to be a good mama and nothing's fucking working. Nothing I do is satisfying this baby. You know, it's just so up and down, and you don't have nobody to talk to about that. I can talk about it now, but how do you tell somebody, hey, I got this baby that I ain't had no business having anyways, because my ass didn't have no motherfucking job when I got pregnant? You know what I'm saying? And then his daddy was telling people we was never together. And I'm going to tell y'all something. At first, that shit bothered the fuck out of me. That shit bothered the fuck out of me, bitch. But then I just was like, you know what? Even though it's going to be sad that, you know, there has to be a part, like my son is going to think he was just brought into this world because two people was fucking on each other. I can't fight that. It's the narrative. It is what it is. I can't fight it. And that's how you know you growing, when shit that used to bother you don't bother you no more. But you know, like, it don't stop nothing. I'm his parent. He's my child. We still in this together. That is my ace boom coon. That is my dog, y'all. Seriously. And I can't even say like I have a favorite with any of my kids. They're all my favorite and they're all my least favorite. I don't like none of them and I love all of them. Like, that's the only way I know how to explain it. Is Stanky Man is my motherfucking dog. You hear me? And sometimes he be like, "Mommy, call me Stanky Danky." That's my baby, y'all. So, you know, yeah. You know, people ask me how I'm doing and I tell y'all the truth. I'm okay. I probably should be on medication because I'm neurotic as fuck. And sometimes I wish I had a type A personality, but then people might be miserable with that. But every personality got the tendency to be miserable. So, you know, I just want to sit down one day and tell y'all my whole childhood story and unpack from there, because I do want to find my people, the single mamas who hit their 30s and realize they never should have had kids. But we here now. And I've done discovered all this self-sabotaging behavior about myself. But, you know, there's a time and a place for that. I might just sit down and do like a face to cam, but I'm going to have to write everything out because y'all know I ramble. I'm rambling right now, hell. But I'm going to sit down and tell y'all all the things, you know, just give me some time. But as far as the makeup, we definitely need some tips. Don't be disrespectful. Don't do too much. But we definitely need some tips when it comes to the eyebrows. So let me know what we can do different. And like I said, with my daughter, this shit was darker than it looked in the store. And I know you're supposed to put the concealer on first. I had forgot about it. I think I'm going to go back and get me an eyebrow pencil, though, for real. Like, because people were saying that I just was scared to use a pencil. And it seemed like the little tool I had, that little L'Oreal faux brow pencil, it seemed like that would have been the easiest thing to use. But I'm excited to get to learn makeup, honey. We ain't tried it again since then, but it's just because life been moving or whatever. We actually was up really, really late doing this. So whatever tips y'all got, let me know. Baby, I'm finna have to go watch some more Jackie Aina videos and get into it. I don't know. I think it's not that bad. It's not like I've been doing this for a long time, so this is a good try for me, okay? When you're talking about a newbie, and if you're not being a bitch, then this is a good try for me. And I'll continue to try. Because that's all we got. Because I can't afford. I just want to know how to put on like a nice face. That's it. I just want to be able to put on a nice face. So that's, come here, camera. That's our Ulta haul and our first try at a full.
It's like so cute. She did my makeup.
We did it together.
Yeah, we did it together.
I like how your eyes turned out too. So that was our Ulta haul.
You can speak. Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
So that was our Ulta.
We did our makeup. She did my makeup. And that's it for today, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
From the hood with love. Bye.